Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to European Truck Simulator, and welcome back to Galway. Galway? What? Well, there's a lot going on. There's always a lot going on, man. I love it. I love that aspect of gaming. So here's what's up. You got yourself some ProMods 2.31, and I'll show you very quickly, at least what I can see. I see some new roads in Ireland and Northern Ireland. I see Iceland looks, I think, about the same. There may be a little bit added in there. Looks like some new stuff over here. Up north, this area looks to be about the same. But down here, this looks a little bit fuller. And then down here as well. And then we've also got Greece. We can get to it. Yep, we've also got Greece, which I know is new. Over here, we've got an island, which I know is also new. And then we've also got, we're getting further and further into Spain. So it used to be you could more or less draw a line from Bilbao straight across to Barcelona. I believe all of this is new in ProMods 2.31. So super, super happy about that. And you can see there are a lot of places that we've been, like we've been all around London. And these roads would normally all be highlighted because remember we were running ProMods, and then when the game patched up to 1.32, we pulled ProMods out because it was not compatible, right? We lost these cities on our profile, but we kept the same profile. Now we put ProMods 2.31 back in, and it has delivery. It has discovery of places that we haven't been yet on this ProMods, if that makes sense. So these discovered cities are from this same profile when we were running the other ProMods, and it kept the discovered cities. So that's cool, but you can see that it's got, like, I know we drove all these roads, but they are no longer highlighted. So I think that could be some things that ProMods has updated, but I mean, ProMods, holy smokes, man. They are maniacs. They're absolute maniacs. Now, I had said I wasn't going to bring ProMods in until after the release of Beyond the Baltic Sea, and that lasted about, I don't know, 10 seconds after I saw that this was available. I'm a fiend, man. I got a mod problem. I need help. So we went to Galway. Why did we go there? That's approximately where we were when the 1.32 patch for ETS came out, and we got sent back to Reims, and then we lost all these cities anyway. So I figured we'd just pick up where we left off. Plus, it's early autumn, mid-autumn, and I thought we could continue making our way north, which is what we were doing to try to time getting up into Iceland and Scandinavia right about the time that it gets to be proper winter in the northern hemisphere. And then we'll throw in Frosty, and we'll spend some time driving around in the snow. But we've got a couple months to get there, and at one episode per week, yeah, I think you see what I'm saying. I think the timing's going to work out. Now, we do have a trailer on. We do have a Craker single reefer. So let's find some jobs, and I want to go anywhere up in here I think is going to work for me. So we could get there via a different route. We could just go this way. And let me see if there's anything the other way. Nope. So let's take this cargo to Edinburgh, and there's Edinburgh and there's Cardiff. That's the other way. Yeah, I guess we'll take this one, and then we'll just reroute to go up to the north. I don't know if it's not too far. I mean, it's 904 kilometers, so it's not likely we're going to take that all in one trip anyway. Probably going to be 2 episodes. Oh, and I'll tell you something else as we get on the road. I'll tell you something else. Right, here's our whip. Now it is evening, getting to be evening. But you know what, man? I'm not even worried about that anymore. I'm really not. I'm just going to record however it works out. I'm just going to go with it. I don't want to get hung up on, you know what I mean? Day, night. Plus, since we pulled out Reshade. Totally blanked out there for a second. Since we pulled out Reshade, where's the gate? Is that it right there? Aha. Since we pulled out Reshade, I feel like we're significantly brighter at night. So I feel like we can have a little bit more latitude there as far as doing night videos and not having it be totally black. You know what I mean? So I think we'll be okay. So something else that's going on. Today is Sunday where I am. I'm going to post this tomorrow, Monday. But I had already recorded an ETS video. I had already recorded it, rendered it, made the thumbnail, uploaded it, everything. Like, it's up there and ready to go. And it is ETS as well. And it is... Oh, you're going, are you? Okay. It's continuing our trip from Bergen down to Christiansand. Okay. Aggressive traffic in Galway today. I don't know if that's an actual thing or if that's just a thing. Anyway, I did get doubles going out of Bergen and took them down to Christiansand. The problem is I want to get this ProMods video up because I know ProMods is something people really look forward to, and I'm finding people like new stuff. That's the videos that people really seem to respond to, are new stuff. So I'm recording this even though I already have another video recorded, rendered, and posted. We're just going to go with it. So if you want, it's got to be in here. It's got to be in there. Okay. So if you want, the numbers are going to be a little bit messed up because this episode is actually going to come before the episode that comes before it, if that makes sense. I think you know what I'm saying. This is whatever. This is episode 12 or 13 or something. Episode 11 or whatever is already recorded and posted. So you'll see this first, but then you'll see the other one, and we'll be back in Bergen. Like, what's he doing over there? Just, like I said, just go with it. It's going to be okay. So, Edinburgh, man, this is going to be a long trip. Long trip. Going to Edinburgh. Liver paste. Ooh, that sounds delicious. So let's go, man, let's go third person. I feel bad that I'm doing it this way now, but I just feel like it's quicker and... I don't know. It's like I've lost my ability to drive in cab, particularly in the rain. You can't see in the mirrors. So, a little bit more right about there. So yeah, this is, I know it's kind of half-assed, and I know there's plenty of people that do it from in-cab, but at the moment, I can't. I'll just be real with you. I've lost my mojo. But we will at least do it this way, instead of just hitting the skip button. So that's something. It's not perfect, but it's something. By the time we get loaded, it's going to be fully dark. So we'll see how dark is. Right. Set the brake. Wipers off. Lights off. Engine off. Let's get loaded up. There we go. So going on 1900. Okay. That works. Lights on. Wipers on. Hop in cab. Oh, before we get started, let's change our navigation on the map because I want to go. This is probably a mistake to go up this little tiny road, but we haven't been up it yet, right? And then we'll take the ferry across. Right in. Okay, let's do it. What did that do to our miles? It added 7 kilometers, so I think we'll be okay. All right. First gear, brake is off. Let's do it. And we'll go, I don't know how far we'll go tonight. We'll go a ways. So yeah, stable so far. I'm super happy that I was able to bring my profile in and not have to start a new profile. I have to say, I'm getting kind of sick of that. And I understand it's just, you know, it just goes with modded games. But it can be frustrating. And I think the easiest fix is to, well, there's a voodoo fix, but I feel like that's the best one. And I feel like that's the best one because it lets you, you lose everything. You still have to buy the things that you owned, but you at least get the XP and the points to do it. And I think that's a good compromise to not have to level up. I mean, we've all... oh, game. Thought you were crashing on me. I think we've all started this game enough times. I mean, I know starting out and leveling up is fun, but I think we've all done it enough times. It's like farming. It's like the farm sims. Like, we've all done enough farms from zero, from absolute zero, that it's okay. We don't need to do that again. We don't need to, like, prove anything, or, you know what I mean? So, yes, I do like the challenge. And yes, I do like... I guess in some ways I like starting over with a new profile because you get new trucks. You get, you know, but at the same time it's like, yeah, I've been there, done that. I don't necessarily need to start a clean profile for, you know, the 20th time, the 50th time. So it's tricky, and being able to keep my profile through, I guess, both phases, if that's the way to say it, right? Like, we kept this profile when we pulled ProMods out when the game went to 1.32, and then we kept this profile just now when ProMods updated to 2.31. So, you know, good on us both directions. I hope everything holds together. I feel like we're past the worst of it, and I'll tell you where you get crashes, or at least where I get crashes, is Scandinavia. I feel like that is the trickiest place for all the mods to come together, because you've got base game, you've got DLC, you've got Jazzy Cat, you've got cast, you know, you've got all these different things, and you can get, I know with the cast trailers, I have certain trailers in real life are only available in Scandinavian countries, and I have that mod running as well. Moment. This is a little tight. Okay. Looks good, though. I'm happy with this render. Oh, just grease it through there. Grease it. Beautiful. So, Scandinavia. Yeah, Scandinavia seems to be where I have the most just out of the blue crashes. Just, you know, driving up a highway, and you can sort of sense, like, if you've played this game long enough, you can sort of sense when a tile is loading or when some textures are loading. And I mean, you can feel it because it's all happened to us so many times, but you can feel it hiccup just for a second, and as soon as it does that, you're like, oh yeah, there we go, and then it just locks up. So that seems to happen mostly in Scandinavia, and that's a good thing, because I feel like if I'm not in Scandinavia, then I'm liking my odds. I'm liking this road too. This is a wee country road, and like right here, just semaphore in the middle of nowhere. Love it. Love it. So yeah, man, this was unexpected. I want to get this knocked out. It is Sunday in the U.S. of America, and that means football, the other football. And games typically start around 1 p.m. The early games start at 1 p.m.-ish. So I want to try to get this done before those games start, and then the second round of games starts around 4 p.m.-ish. And then we have a Sunday evening game now, which is super cool. That was not a thing when I was a kid, but basically you can watch football for 3 hours. 3 games. You can watch football for 9 hours if you're into that sort of thing. And if there's a flyaway game in the UK, then you get about 12 hours of football, if that's how you like to get down. So I think, I honestly can't remember if our trailer lift axle is up or down, and there's no indicator for it. So I think, if we get a signal up here, and we do. Let's hop out third person. This game looks really good right now, does it not? I think this looks fantastic. Let's hop out and take a look. Are we up or are we down? We're down now. And did we just get a green light? We did. Beautiful. Okay, so lift axles are down, front and rear. Frame rate is good. Truck feels good. Everything's going great. We've got fuel. Oh, no we don't. We've got sleep. We don't have fuel. So, it says what? 374 kilometers in the tank. That's about an episode. Why don't we drive till we need fuel? I'll pull in there and, I don't know, maybe I'll sleep there and we'll pick it up next time. And like I said, keep in mind, next episode, and in fact, you know what, I'll put them both up today since the other one's already loaded. I'll do this one first, get it rendered, and get it uploaded. I'll post this one first, and then a couple hours afterwards, I'll post the one from Bergen down to Christiansand, even though it's chronologically first, because if not, it'll just be lingering. Like, there's no other time to put it up there, because there's no other time when it'll make sense. Like, you know what I mean? And I hate to waste that episode. It's a good episode. And I end up with this big set of Scandinavian doubles that I take through the mountains and through the troll tunnels through the mountain with the roundabout. It's a good episode. I'd hate to waste it. So yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll just put them both up. Okay. Easy enough. Easy enough. Man, once you get out of a city, my frame rate is just through the roof. I have to think a big part of that is pulling out reshade. I mean, I knew it was taking a toll, but I didn't think it was that significant, you know. And I guess the thing is, like, if you're north of 60 and you lose 10, like let's say you're at 65 FPS and you lose 10, then you're at 55 FPS. Barely even notice. But if you're at 35 FPS and you take a 10 FPS hit, now you're at 25. Ugh, and that one you can notice. So, I don't know. I think it looks great. And I'm super stoked that I'm able to... Now, I've got the scaling back up to 300 because we had turned it down a little bit. We were chasing FPS, so we had turned the scaling down a little bit, and I was getting some picket fence. It was really kind of bugging me, but we've got the scaling back up, we've got the HDR on, and we are running Grimes early autumn, and I couldn't be happier, man. I love it when it comes together like this. Who knows how long it'll last? Knock wood, you know what I'm saying? But what can you do? What can you do? I've got, well, I've been talking about it the past couple Truck Sim videos, but I've got a lot of thoughts on PC versus console, and I have to tell you, part of the reason that I'm staying away from console is, I wouldn't say pride, but that maybe fits. It's sort of the same reason I stay away from Mac and Apple products. Is, you know, I was in PC world so long, and all my phones are Android and Samsung, and I'm not a PC fanboy by any means. I don't like Microsoft as a company. I don't like their products anymore. HP, Hewlett-Packard laptops have always treated me well, but again, I'm not a fan. If something better came along, you know what? I'd be all over it. If I could get an Alienware gaming laptop, you would probably never hear me mention HP again for the rest of time. Like, until the heat death of the universe, I would never mention HP again if I could get on Alienware. I just can't afford it. And one of my deciding factors in the things that I do has to be budget. And honestly, HP makes some pretty affordable gear. So that is that's where I'm at with that. So I'm not a fanboy really of anything. But at the same time, I can, and I think everybody does this, even people that aren't particularly Apple fans, fanboy, is there a fangirl? Can you be a fangirl? I don't know. But even if you're not particularly an Apple fan, you still give people shit about using Android and about the problems that Windows machines have. It's just what we do. It's like good-natured fun. It's the same kind of stuff that like people argue about politics at family get-togethers, and it ends up in a fist fight or a shooting or something. Well, at least in America it does. I don't know how it is where you are, but things get out of hand. I feel like tweaking people about their technology is like a lighthearted way of the same way that people antagonize each other about politics or religion or any other like serious topic. I feel like tweaking people about technology is a way to do that without actually hurting anybody's feelings. Hopefully you don't. Hopefully nobody takes their technology that seriously. But what I'm saying is, what I'm getting at is, I give people some crap about using Apple products to the point where I don't know if I could ever swallow my pride enough to buy an Apple product, because I know a lot of people in my world would be like, really? Really? And I know it's just the opposite as well. I know people that, like I said, they're not particularly Apple fans, but they know, and it would blow over quickly. It's not like they would have to, scarlet letter for a decade or anything. I'm sure after a couple weeks people would lose interest and move on. But it's just that initial, you gotta take a beating initially, and I just don't know if I'm ready to like swallow my pride and ever embrace an Apple product. And I sort of feel the same way about console. That was the point of that long explanation right there. Apple, politics, religion. What the hell is he talking about? You know what? Sometimes even I don't know. But in this case, what I was talking about was going to console. And I think part of the reason that it would be hard for me to go to console is because I don't want to say I've been dogmatic, but I've been sort of like I've taken a stand almost as far as where I'm at with PC versus console, and I've landed on the PC side. So I feel like it would be kind of weird to go to the console side, even though it's really not that big a deal. Nobody cares. It's really not that big a deal. So I've thought about it, but at the same time, it would be sort of not quite an admission of guilt, but I'd be, not quite dark side, but you get what I'm saying. I would be like copping to the fact that maybe I've been less than entirely correct about this the whole time. And in a way, I'm already willing to cop to that, because I know, particularly for me coming from the PC side, I know Xbox would really not be that dramatic a jump for me. And I know the amount of games that are available on Steam for like all platforms. You're not, it's not going to be that bad. It's really not going to be that bad. So we'll see. I guess that's the takeaway from that long-winded explanation. We'll see is the final result. I feel like I know we've been here before. Even though we just discovered this town, I feel like we've been here before, and for some reason, ProMods, etc., it didn't put it back in our discovered file. But I feel like we've been here before. In fact, I'm going to bring up the lift axle. Man, I wish I had a mnemonic or something to remember. Like, lift axle is up right now. But we do need to, well, obviously once we get out of town, we'll put it back down. I just need to remember to do that. I forget that stuff. Particularly without a light. Right. What? There was something else going on. Oh, so I just got Ride 2. Just found the game. Love it. And what I like about it is, I've got, and this is a weird problem to have too as a gamer, but I can't really play my games casually anymore. Like, I'm in career mode on so many games, and I'm almost sort of not burnt out on games, but like I feel like I'm taking them kind of seriously. And one of the games that I'm taking seriously is MotoGP because I'm playing it, posting it every Friday, F1 Friday, even though we're not posting F1 anymore, but that's the way things work out. But there you go. Moment. Concentrating. Got it. But I feel like I'm only playing MotoGP 18 in career mode. I never just do a standalone fun race. So I was looking for some fun races, some fun motorcycle races. And I found Ride 2. Okay, lift axle is down now because we're out of town. So I found Ride 2. And I didn't get any DLC for it. I'm sorry, I got one DLC for it. But then it came with like a ton of free DLC. It was on sale, 75% off in the Steam store. Couldn't say no. And of course, you know, being an American, loving a deal, it never occurs to me to like wonder why it's 75% off. So it was only like $10. But then, of course, I see that Ride 3 is coming out in a few weeks. Oh, marketing. How I love you. So that's coming out. Farm Simulator 19 obviously is coming out. Beyond the Baltic Sea will be out momentarily. And what was it? There's another one. Oh, I just saw Train Simulator. Different than Train Sim World. Same company, but Train Simulator 2019 is out now. It dropped on October 11th. I'm going to try to get that going as well for Wednesday. But I'm wondering, because this is my first like full season YouTubing, part of me is wondering, like, is it always like this, or is October kind of a busy month? I've heard people say October is a busy month for gaming, but man, it's been hectic trying to keep up. And then the other thing that I'm trying to figure out is, like, when games drop, do I want to record them immediately and put them on my channel? And again, this is a benefit, I guess, of having no traffic on my channel, is I can sort of, like, I don't really feel pressured to do anything. But I don't want to be one of those YouTubers that immediately throws a video up like the second a DLC drops. That just feels like, I guess if I had people demanding it, if I had people asking for it, that would be one thing. But ain't nobody asking for nothing on my channel. So I think I'll just do that, even though it's available today and has been available for a couple days. I think I'll just do that for Train Sim Wednesday. And that'll just be just kind of not a casual thing, you know what I mean. Like, it'll just be there, not getting all fired up. But ProMods, I'm glad about the timing, because had this dropped tomorrow, Monday, or even later today, I don't know that I would have been able to get the episode done. So I'm glad it worked out the way that it did, and I'm glad we'll be able to have this up for Monday, our regular Euro Truck Monday. But yeah, man, I'm stoked about everything. It's one of those, I don't know if that ever happens to you. You have a time in your life where everything is just like, yeah, beautiful. But that's how I'm feeling. Everything is just working out. And I don't want to, I didn't know if there were any, if there was like a frontier, you know, like you got people checking cars and IDs. I didn't want to high beam everybody, main beam everybody, but it looks like it's just out in the woods. Right. What do we got in this tank? We got 200 kilometers in this tank. We're getting a little bit, yeah, we could use some fuel. Next fuel station we see, we're going to need to fill up. And I don't know where we are on time. I think we're about 25 minutes, 30 minutes. But we'll need to fill up soon. Getting a little bit low. Little town in the middle of nowhere. This is lovely. It's beautiful. Right through here. Little red light in the middle of nowhere. Almost didn't see that. Almost didn't see that. Now I can't see it at all. Oh. Timing. Here we go. I feel like we lost the sound for this truck. It had a more of a rumble and a crackle. I feel like we lost that. I'll have to take a look and see if I moved something. I feel like... Now we did go with... We bought the big V8 for this, did we not? Yeah, we did. Oh, I'll take a look. You just can't keep up. You can't keep up with the mods. Or I can't. I don't know. Maybe you can. But I sure can't. And I think that's another reason, you know, I don't, like I was saying earlier about going to console, I feel like I would feel like I had just given up. Like I can't deal with PC anymore. I'm just giving up. And I got pride problems. But at the same time, if I can get the same enjoyment from less drama, you know, why wouldn't I do that? So going to Steam and getting more workshop items, having been on serial number and been sort of stuck with the dodgy sites, stuck with the dodgy mod sites, it's been really cool to have so many mods updating automatically now when I really didn't have it before. And even on the farm sim side, it's kind of frustrating that every now and then you fire up the game and you look and there's, you know, a dozen mods that need updated. And it's not hard to click on each one of them and do it manually, but just the fact that you do have to do it manually. So let's get up here now. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get up to this fuel stop. We'll pull in. We'll fill up. And I'm curious because we can sleep here and then we would wake up right around dawn. It's going to take 11 hours to get there. If we sleep, when we wake up, we won't have to sleep for what, 13 or 14 hours? So we'll certainly have enough time at that point to finish the trip without sleeping again. You know what I'm saying? So I could end the episode here, sleep, and then we could finish in daylight. Or I could fill up here, keep rolling, and go to where? I don't know. That would be because this is like a convenient place to stop. Good place to stop the episode. I don't know. Let's do it that way. Yeah, let's do it that way because we really haven't seen a lot of ProMods yet. We could do both. No, because then I'm going to be spamming you because I'm going to post 2 videos today. You know what I mean? No, we'll end it here. Let me do one thing. Let me fill up. And then after I fill up, I am going to mute the microphone for a second and lean over and see where we're at on time. I think we're over 30 minutes, and that's a good time to stop. Okay. I'm going to mute for a second. I'll be right back. Yeah, we're at 35 minutes. I'm going to pull in here, and let's call it. And that'll be perfect timing for next time. Well, I'm going to have to sleep either way. I just thought of something else. Let's see how long we have to get this job delivered. Right? So if we go here... Oh yeah, 22 hours. Plenty of time. Maybe not. You know what? Either way, we'll pick it up next time. It will either be morning from right where we are right now, or it will be right now where we are right now, and we'll just keep driving in the dark. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out the Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of European Truck Simulator, and we will see you next time. Take care.